At workplace where dignity meets duty, what does it truly take to ensure protection and respect at work? Hi, I'm Radha from Mama Shakti Foundation, presenting my first podcast, Raise Your Voice, guiding you on Prevention of Sexual Harassment Act, which is popularly known as POSH Act 2013. In today's episode, we will explore the Prevention of Sexual Harassment Act 2013, its purpose, its power, and impact. Now, let me take you to the historical overview, tracing the journey from 1997 Vishakha Guideline Judgment to the enactment of the POSH Act in December 2013, triggered by the horrific gang rape of social worker Bhanwari Devi in Rajasthan, where she faced resistance while opposing child marriage. The High Court failed to deliver justice, prompting Supreme Court intervention. On August 13, 1997, Honorable Supreme Court bench, led by Chief Justice Verma, framed Vishakha Guideline invoking Article 14, 19, and 21. So, now how this bill passed in the Parliament? December 2010. The bill, drafted by Ministry of Women and Child Development based on Vishakha principles. In November 2011, Parliament Committee studied, amended, and included protection for domestic workers and approved by the Cabinet. 3rd September 2012, bill was passed in lower house, Lok Sabha. 26 February 2013, Rajya Sabha approved the bill. 23rd April 2013, presidential assent. Bill becomes an act. On December 2013, POSH Act becomes law across India. Now, why this transition matters? Vishakha provided essential judicial guidance, but it lacked enforceability. POSH Act as primarily legislation, mandatory, broaden its definitions and workplace scope. Now, let me explain you what is the workplace scope. Traditional settings. It talks about offices, branches, public and the private institutions, hospitals, nursing homes, educational establishment, sports complexes and NGOs. POSH Act includes extended spaces as well. It talks about client sites, event venues, hotels, off-site meetings, even employer provided the transport during the course of employment. Residential or virtual workplaces, employer-controlled dwellings, especially for living staff like domestic workers, and home offices used for the remote work. The Act protects all women, permanent, contractual, trainees, part time, volunteers, interns, and even clients and customers. It applies equally across organized and unorganized sector. For example, factories, small businesses, and the street vendors. Domestic workers are too included in that. Protection extended to the harassment in the employer's home as well. So, when we talk about extended and virtual reach, though virtual workplaces were not named in the POSH Act 2013, But the courts and later interpretations now include harassment via digital means, emails, chats, video calls, falls under the category of POSH Act. When there are 10 or more than 10 employees in the organization, it mandates the employer to constitute the internal complaint committee in the organization. And this committee sensitizes all the employees time to time and help them if they experience any harassment by investigating through their complaint. Their complaint time to lodge in is 3 months, and the total uh, investigation we need to complete within the 90 days. If the employer doesn't follow the compliance, there is a penalty. Yes, there is a penalty of 50,000, and it can be rejection of the business license on the reputation of non-compliance. So let me give you the summary of my podcast. Definition: workplace means any space related to employment, physical, remote, transport, and residential. Coverage: every woman in any role or in any sector is protected. Special cases: domestic and informal workers are included. Virtual spaces counted as workplace. Legal support: court support expensive interpretation to uphold dignity and safety in all work related environments. So, my dear friends, if you found today's episode insightful, be sure to subscribe for my new episode, Delivering Workplace Wisdom with Poise and Purpose. Wish you all good luck. Take care.